We are live, and it's a very, if you may say, a team that is recovering from one of the greatest assaults in the 20th over ever.
Assault, beating, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever, yeah. And hopefully there is a change in personnel because one of their main players missed that game. But Punjab, on the other hand, their captain is doing very well, but they flattered to deceive in their previous game. So two teams coming off losses in their previous encounters. Sunrisers Hyderabad, it was a clinical win from them against against Punjab Kings, but Gujarat Titans. How will they be feeling now after that? They couldn't defend 29 in 1 over. Rinku Singh, he was the one who etched his name in the history books. Only once in 12,000 white ball games has that feat ever been achieved. 1 in 12,000. That's the odds. So today it's Gujarat Titans versus Punjab Kings at Mohali. And if you look at the last time Punjab played there, they won by 7 runs against Kolkata Knight Riders.
Yeah.
In a game, luckily, where they won because they had a power cut there for half an hour. And when the normal game went overtime, rain stopped Kolkata Knight Riders' charge and Punjab won by 7 runs. So today, changes are expected from both the Gujarat Titans and the Punjab Kings. Especially when it comes to the overseas team composition for Punjab. And for Gujarat, whether Hardik will play, will Yash Dayal get another game after what happened? But we have to feel very sorry for Yash Dayal. I mean, touted as, he death over, final over, 20th, we may say not many bowlers excel. They do get tongued around, but he missed his length, 31 runs. Forever will be remembered that Yash Dayal conceded 31 runs.
Then why do you have to feel sorry, or why do we have to feel sorry?
Yeah, it's a competitive sport.
Exactly.
You have to take it as it comes.
Exactly. He's paid to play there. He's paid to perform. Rinku Singh performed there that day.
Yep.
And I'm sorry to say, this is the same Yash Dayal last year. He impressed a lot. And a lot of people were actually asking that he should be drafted into the Indian team. At least you can give him you can just include. And by the way, he even got a call up. I think he did play for India A. India, yeah. So he did get a national call-up, if you can say that, India A. So that's one thing. And to be very honest, you can't see. Yesterday also you saw that game between Chennai and Rajasthan Royals, and Sandeep Sharma bowled that last over.
Yep.
The good thing about him was that he backed himself.
Yes.
All the deliveries that he bowled, despite the fact that he was hit for 2 sixes by MS Dhoni, he stuck to his guns and continued to bowl those Yorker length.
Yep.
So, and I don't think that he got his due for what he did yesterday.
It was
Sandeep
fantastic.
Sharma.
Because he said in that interview that he had after the game with UZCHL that I decided to stick with that plan because I knew that the onside boundary was slightly longer. And the first 2 balls that he bowled, which were low full tosses, any other batter would have found it difficult, but it was MS Dhoni's power that ensured that it went for 6.
Yeah, low full tosses are difficult to hit. It's just that because MS Dhoni is a strong bottom-handed player, so it allows him maybe a bit of extra strength to get the ball over the line.
Also, with the difference between Sandeep and Yash, which you saw yesterday, was that even Sandeep Sharma had a horrible start to the over.
Yeah.
1 wide down offside, practically off the pitch, 1 down leg. He corrected his lines and lengths afterwards, and what he needed was 2 or 3 good balls.
Exactly.
Same with Yash Dayal. He could have had 3 or 4 bad balls, but if he had 2 good balls, the match was done and dusted. He had 5 bad balls. 5 bad balls, which is inexcusable. And that's why I get it, of course, he would have definitely been struggling. But if he looks at himself and says just 1 more good ball and that match was saved.
Exactly.
One which you were getting 1 or 2, the match was saved.
That's what's so funny about it is, was it Yash Dayal's worst possible day ever, or was it Rinku Singh's extraordinary day? Because Yash Dayal could have done something to, stop Rinku Singh. Is it I mean, what kind of a day was it? Ki he could have done anything, but nothing stopped it.
He tried the wide Yorker, went into a full toss.
Yes.
Every bowler's worst nightmare. Then he tried the back of the hand, but it was too short. The length missed, line missed.
I'll blame Yash a bit. You know why? Because Rinku's shown he can do this. Last year against Lucknow, was it not for that absolutely otherworldly catch from Evan Lewis, who by the way was only on the field as a substitute fielder because he wasn't playing, he wasn't in the 11.
Yeah.
It still annoys me to this day that guy was there, he took that catch and KKR were out of the playoffs. Otherwise, Rinku completes that match, KKR through to the playoffs.
And a new chapter could have been written.
Exactly. I mean, even if they made it to the final, no problem, but at one catch. So he's shown he can do it. Yash Dayal needs to be saying 2 good balls was. 2 good balls is all I wanted.
He's going to need a very, very, like the day that Rinku Singh had, he's going to have that kind of day to, redeem himself. And his
Will he get a
reputation
chance to redeem himself? Does he get to play?
Will he get to play today? Because see, after the game, Hardik Pandya, there were reports that Hardik Pandya went to him and said, don't worry, it happens. We are backing you. So that was good to see from Hardik. But whether he plays today,
knowing a bit about Hardik Pandya, and by the way, there is somebody called Ashish Nehra also in that dugout. So knowing both of them a bit, I think he might just play.
yes,
Unless
yeah.
he is surely not in that sort of a mental frame of mind that that he can't play, and he was to be consoled after that loss. And I'm sure when you tell a person that no worries, don't worry, play bold and have your chin up, all these things, things like these actually get into your head that have I actually done something really, really criminal? So I think you just have to leave the player. It's over. It's just a match. The best of players have gone through this. Stuart Broad, we all know what happened to Stuart Broad. Exactly, twice, not once but twice. So hopefully he can come back strongly after this. But for that, he should be given a game. I think if you don't give him what you are saying, Gargi, that to redeem himself, at least he should get an opportunity.
Yes.
So, and even if you have to keep him out or want to drop him, at least give him a fair chance, because these are still early days in this tournament. And in IPL we've seen, I remember Sunil Gavaskar has often said this thing that it's such a long tournament that you also have to time your peak.
Yes.
You can actually peak early, but there's no point in peaking early if you're not doing well towards the end. That's the business end of the tournament.
Correct.
So if a tournament that lasts close to 2 months, in fact more than 2 months, you have to maintain the tempo and consistency. Although it is always good to get a few wins under your belt right at the start, so that you have that cushion and you are not under pressure while you are when you are playing games towards the end, because at that time but most of the teams, if you see a team like Chennai, a team like Mumbai Indians, when they have actually done well to win the tournament, you will see they had their backs against the wall. And they were left with a situation where they have to win games one after the other, and because they have the momentum, they go on to win the title also.
Right.
Yes.
You've seen it happen with, I think, Mumbai Indians. 2014 Kolkata. They started, I think, with
Hello, Aditi. We need an extra chair.
or 2.
Nikhil is still on air, so I'd take this one till the time he comes in the studio. What's up?
Then we'll have 2 mics to share. Brilliant.
What are you going to do with that listener?
Nothing, I'm just going to hold it for you.
That's why I was not wearing this mic.
Because you knew I was going to come. How sweet,
I was
thanks.
waiting for you.
Thank you so much. Very kind.
Exactly. But going back to the team, what are the changes that you are expecting from?
One very unfortunate one for your favorite player ever. If Hardik Pandya is fit, then Vijay Shankar sits out.
That could happen. But he can come in as the impact player.
Who?
Vijay Shankar.
Oh, I thought Hardik Pandya.
No. Hardik Pandya will come in, but Vijay Shankar can be your impact player. if
Might
need
very
be.
well have to
Depends on the toss.
Right.
So if Gujarat are batting first, then Vijay Shankar doesn't play. As simple as it can be.
So I was wondering at what position, which is the right position for an impact player to be placed?
That's actually see, if you bat him at 3 or 4, then I think there is an impact, because but it is often mixed. Yesterday Ambati Raidu came in at number 4, but he didn't fire.
That's what.
There is actually no trend established as to which position you come in, you can be an impact.
There is one trend. Generally speaking, teams don't really experiment much with the impact player.
Yeah.
If you're batting first, you will bring your impact player in the second innings. I'm yet to see, and I want to see some team do it, where you'll bring it in the first innings itself. Just to maybe add an extra batter, play with an extra bowler. Why not? Take the risk.
Usually they've got impact players finishing the game.
Correct. It's been a very safe
I think
trend.
as far as whatever we've seen, and I think that's going to be the trend. Your impact player more or less is a finisher.
Right.
That we've seen. Another Punjabi boy is here.
Yeah.
Punjabi girl is of course.
I thought you
here.
wouldn't come, so I just came and sat in your chair.
That's not my chair. There is nobody has a name on the chair. I thought she was saying,
You'll have to
I
come.
thought you're not coming, so I thought I'll come.
Who's not coming?
No.
I thought she was saying, I
No,
thought
we
you're not
discussed it in the
coming.
makeup room that you are coming, but I thought
Lately.
I don't have to call her. This is her platform.
he's
She
not
can
been
come and
calling me.
say.
That's right.
No, but he's also.
Ye
right.
ilzam hai
Last
aap
time
pe.
also you made the same complaint.
But it's not my.
I am accusing him of that. I have repeatedly done that on show, off show. I need to feel important.
On the show,
See,
I remember last time you were here, you did mention that you.
And otherwise also I've told him because
but
I work for GNT, but when I come here, in the beginning.
Group.
Sorry?
You work.
Yeah,
with
now
the
I
group.
feel like I work for the group. Now that you're saying nobody should be asking me to come. So I should
Absolutely.
treat it like it's my own place.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to do that today onwards.
I think Rahul said everything. I don't need to add
Thank
anything.
you,
That
but
nobody
you-
really
you
has to
could have
call
said
you.
that
Do
too.
such a popular show on Sports Today.
Yeah, all our shows are
Yes.
very
Exactly.
popular.
Huh?
All our shows are very popular on GNT and sports.
Absolutely.
What is this that you've got on your?
This nothing, just little badges. Just trying to cock up an
Avocado.
outfit.
Is that avocado?
Yeah, it is an avocado. And a pineapple. Just trying to brighten up an outfit, a dull outfit basically. It was just so plain. I thought that why not?
No, you were wearing green. Siddharth is wearing green.
Yeah,
And
and somehow, everybody in the organization is wearing green today.
yeah, I saw Chitra just now wearing green.
She's also
Green today.
Brother, sister. Who's brother, sister?
Who's brother sister?
No, Siddharth. and-
No, why would you make him my brother? Come on.
Nah.
Why?
You're my friend. He's my friend.
No, I'm just asking. Maybe I thought you have.
There's one thing I want
No.
to strike out from that. All Indians are my brothers and sisters. I like to strike that line forever.
That I know.
It is this kind of thinking only that has screwed up every kind of thinking.
Exactly.
Messed up.
NSFW.
Messed up.
NSFW.
Yes, you choose your words correctly. Messed up the thing.
Messed up. Yeah, it is messed
In
up.
fact,
out thinking.
that day when you were in the hills, ended up saying that word. I think it's.
I did.
inspiration.
Yeah, because of him.
Inspiration.
I realized it.
Ah,
After that, as soon as I said it, I realized it. I shouldn't have said it.
Be careful.
And I was the one who corrected him few times when he used that word.
That word?
That word which should
5
not
seconds
be.
back which I used.
didn't catch his attention.
No, I was.
Is listening to Aditi.
Yeah.
Tell about her avocado and pineapple.
Pineapple and avocados.
You were the
No,
first.
because
I think viewers aren't able to hear what you're saying. The mic is with me.
I'm.
we share
I'll
the
hold
I
it.
think I'll hold it for you.
No, it's all right. Let me-
You hold the receiver.
You forget to pass it on when it's my turn to
Get the receiver first.
I've done it in the past so many times.
Only it was later pointed, oh, the mic is here.
The mic is here.
I thought I
As
was
usual.
loud
As
enough.
usual, as always.
Acha, I want
You
to know.
must put in a request for more mics, otherwise I'm not coming to the studio.
Exactly.
We have to increase the
I've been telling you for
size
so
of
many
the
months now.
But he can't do. It's above his pay grade, my
So
pay
no, so
grade.
he'll put in a
everyone-
Everyone's
request
pay
on.
grade.
Not about mic.
He'll put in a
I have
request
just
on mail.
realized. No, I've just realized it's not about the mic. The problem is that I think the problem is with that
Console.
console system.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it just has 4 sources. So we will have to upgrade the entire system here. Now that you are here, I think.
Now that I'm here, I've been here for a year. Come on.
No, not here.
Huh.
Here.
Talking about. Not in the organization. Here.
No, in this studio also. I've been coming for a year.
Actually,
On and off, yeah.
First time you came here, that was.
Last IPL.
May of last year. Yeah.
Last IPL, yeah.
No, but in 1 year she must have made about 15 appearances.
No,
yeah. You're such a liar.
20,
Come on.
20,
I've made as many as I could.
25.
Last year she was here throughout the IPL except for weekends.
Yeah, we can.
No,
Which,
she was not
reserved.
throughout. No,
And most of the time she
no,
was-
she only came for
I was-
playoffs. She only did
knockout.
4 shows.
I was even put in an evening shift.
Only for 4
at
days.
least 10 days. No,
4
for 10
days.
days.
4
That was 2
days.
weeks.
We'll go back and find out.
Aditi,
those, right?
what we can do, one thing is with digital, everything is there. So I'll show it to you. It wouldn't have been more than 4 to 5
भगवान, तो
days.
निकाल
The
भी
internet
लेगा.
never forgets. That's
The
it.
internet never forgets. You have 4-5 days you came for IPL. After that, in 365 days of the year, she must have come to 10 or 15 or 20 because to
our
sports
show.
today. Because weekend she's partying,
No,
so she
I'm not
can't be
partying
here.
ever.
Whatever, she's partying the weekends and
ये भी
weekdays.
internet निकाल लेगा।
Weekdays she'll come. The only day there's
Your words.
Instagram.
only days where she after her work is done that she'll see there's no traffic much to go to Gurgaon, or that day she has nothing to attend, so that will be like 20 days in a year you can actually take out.
Observation देख लो आपकी.
No, but you
There's no traffic there, so I just go to the
Something like
studio.
that.
But you yourself admitted this one day that
I
you know on
said it once, yeah.
weekends are reserved only and only for parties.
You said it. Everyone knows.
No, it's not true.
Arre?
Rarely.
So are you lying?
क्या बोला?
She remembers that there's a match going on.
He's saying
That Hardik Pandya has won the toss. Gujarat.
ठीक है यार, we have half an hour again to talk about the match. We will talk about it.
Yeah, and we rarely talk like that anymore. नहीं?
Talk
I mean,
like
we used to talk like that. Then we would get a lot of aggression on
She's not been watching our shows lately.
comment section. Yeah. Yeah.
okay before
love you.
yeah they do. Before we
Thank
tell
you
you
for
what has
loving
happened,
whoever
Gujarat have won the toss and they've decided to bowl. We'll get to the 11s a little later. I want to ask Siddharth, yesterday what he did, na?
Siddharth?
Have you got some love or hate? What have you got on digital?
It's kind of about 50% love,
Oh,
50% hate.
50% love.
Yeah,
For
that's rare.
yeah.
love and hate for?
So he yesterday after the match got over, he says I only blame MS Dhoni for the loss,
Surely.
and he stuck to his guns and of course I liked he was there.
And then MS Dhoni blamed the batters.
Yeah. Which we also did.
Yeah.
But Siddharth said instead of blaming those batters, blame this batter, which is MS Dhoni himself.
Why?
Just for 2 overs.
He said, had he.
Dhoni kept CSK in the hunt.
There you go!
Because
Come on,
final
he
word.
Came,
Now
yeah,
his mind
and
will
I'll
be
tell
changed.
you, I was just reading up something on Instagram, and I came across this information that 2.25 crore people were watching the match because of MS Dhoni in those last few minutes.
You're right. But
Yeah.
that also does not in any way mean that he won or lost them the game. So it
And
could still be
he-
true, whatever.
I mean, he made the match very
That is
interesting.
true. So
I mean,
people
it
come
was
for MS
because of
Dhoni-
him that I watched the match towards the end. Yeah. Otherwise, I was just lazing around. I was like, "Band karo, I don't want to watch it." It was very boring in the beginning, but towards the end, it did become very interesting because of Dhoni.
You do realize you're on a sports platform where we see
What did I
every
say?
part of the match and none of it is boring.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but, I mean,
But that's a personal point.
meri marzi. I was watching it from home. I wasn't watching it from office.
Simple
But I have to
fact.
measure my words before I speak.
Simple fact. Over 16 and 17, any batter other than Dhoni, he would want to go bang bang right from the very beginning. Dhoni just wanted to play tuk-tuk, take it very deep.
So
And
Siddharth,
that's
that
it.
was needed. I mean,
Not needed.
it was.
Because, okay.
No, but Dhoni answered your query, I think, after the match. He said that because we were the last recognized batting pair. What if, while doing so, what you are asking him to do, if he would have been dismissed?
It's all hindsight. And you run the risk of anyway
That's
being
what
dismissed.
I'm saying. Cricket. Cricket is about because you analyze what has happened in the past, what can happen in the future. That is all. Because I understand, cricket is played on the field, but then you also have to realize the risks and rewards. So was that risk worth taking? Was the reward so big that you could have taken that risk of going bang right from the start? At least because see, Jadeja wasn't striking. If you're blaming MS Dhoni, Jadeja also, except for those two boundaries, because if you ask me, I would much rather want to have a Jadeja. If I am with CSK, I am in that dugout, CSK dugout, I would much rather want to have a Jadeja on strike. But yesterday what was happening, Jadeja couldn't connect anything except for those two boundaries, which actually changed the momentum.
Yeah.
And I actually thought that you reached the stage 7 needed of 3 balls. It was CSK's game to win. And the 2 balls that MS got were unplayable. Like he got the Yorker perfect. I think the only ball that could have been smashed was the one that Jadeja got, the penultimate ball. That wasn't really that, it was a wide sort of an overpitch ball and he didn't swing at it.
He didn't swing.
Second last ball, didn't swing at it. I mean, if you had swung at it, either you would have got a 4 in covers or even a 4 to third man. Or assuming he didn't get a 4, but at least there was intent. He didn't show intent.
In the end,
so he's still blaming MS Dhoni.
There was neither risk, neither
MS
reward.
Dhoni, Sandeep Sharma, and not MS Dhoni basically.
Sorry?
For keeping his cool, Sandeep Sharma.
Yeah.
You have to acknowledge that bowlers are not like 2013 or 14 wherein they'll mess up every single ball in that. Yes, it has happened in the past. Akshar Patel conceded 23 in 1 over,
I
the last
think
over.
he's purposely trying to keep
Oh.
it controversial.
No, nothing controversial.
Mohit Sharma.
Yes, he makes his debut for
Against
GT.
Achha, okay.
Great, yeah.
Okay, we won't discuss MS Dhoni. If you want to see, you can see our last night show. We had a very long thing. Let's get to the playing 11 now for Gujarat. Changes that they have made.
Dayal is out.
Yash Dayal, yes. Yash Dayal.
There goes the chance.
That's
Mohit
going
Sharma.
to be very, very hard.
I'm
for Yash
really
Dayal.
happy for Mohit Sharma.
Against his former team.
I am. But okay, we'll get to one by one. Let's talk about Yash Dayal. Okay, you point out Yash Dayal is out. I think I would have kept him because it's going to dent his confidence
Exactly
so much.
what I was saying earlier. They should have actually continued with Yash Dayal.
Yeah, I mean, even more than what happened in the match, I believe this will harm him more. This will harm his confidence even more, thinking that this was one of those very rare days where something like that happens and he was dropped because of it. We don't know that, but obviously he's going to think that it happened because of that.
Yeah, 100%. I in fact thought that Hardik Pandya is such a captain who would have made sure that no, I will play Yash Dayal.
Exactly what I was also saying before you came here. Both Hardik Pandya and Ashish Nehra.
And Ashish Nehra, correct.
Both, I thought they would, but for Mohit Sharma, see, he's a veteran fast bowler and he's played a World Cup, by the way,
He could have
2015.
been playing with us in the
Yes,
tournament.
exactly. Remember, na?
Yeah.
So T10 league, and last year, imagine,
That's
for any senior bowler also, there are other youngsters like Yash Dayal and so many others. Last time, what he did, he went to GT, went there as a net bowler.
Yes.
They saw him and they said, we'll pick. I think this was last year, and they picked him up at the auctions this time.
Mohit.
Yeah, Mohit,
Acha. Yeah.
Former Punjab.
Imagine that I'll give him credit for a person who's played for India to have gone there as a net bowler.
Yeah, and there are youngsters also, by the way.
Yeah, and you're competing with some young guy, and you know that no matter what, today people, their egos come when they've done not even 10% of what Mohit Sharma has done, but they'll never go for a trial or be net bowlers. He did it, but I'm so happy with the fact that he did that, and now he's getting to play. While I'm happy for Mohit Sharma, I'm a bit surprised that a Hardik Pandya led team has let go of Yash
Now
Dayal.
you put a stamp to it that Yash Dayal, you are to be blamed. You're not a good bowler. You do not have a temperament to play at this level. So we are just keeping you out of this 11.
Yeah, I'm shocked. So that is that one change that they have done. Of course, the big news coming out of Gujarat is that Hardik Pandya is back. Missed the game last time around, and
Vijay Shankar.
yeah.
Vijay Shankar will be your impact player.
No, you're bowling second. Shivam Mavi will be your impact player.
By the way, there's no
But
Livingston
Gujarat
also.
are bowling right now, right?
Oh, they're bowling.
Gujarat are bowling.
Yes.
Oh, Gujarat opted to bowl. My bad.
And
Then
just-
I think,
Either Abhinav Manohar or Vijay Shankar.
most likely Manohar.
Yeah. So no, why Manohar? Vijay Shankar.
Vijay Shankar will be your impact player. He may come in place of
Because Abhinav Manohar was the impact player last 2 games also.
No, Abhishek Manohar too, he had to go out, no, because Hardik Pandya comes into the 11.
Plus,
Vijay Shankar, I think.
plus after the knock that Vijay Shankar played last time, by the
Yeah.
way, do you know the biggest Vijay Shankar fan that there is on this
Ever.
planet? It's right next to me. People on their desk have photo of Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, whatever.
Dhoni,
He
Rohit
has
Sharma.
Vijay Shankar's picture.
Wow.
because he was treated very unfairly
Why?
by the Indian team.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah. Very
That is the
unfairly
reason you have his picture on your desk.
By that logic, you should also have a picture of Yash Dayal now.
But I have not seen too much of Yash Dayal to actually put
So
his...
basically,
no,
you
but-
feel
but
sorry
yes-
for the guy.
No, Yash Dayal doesn't have one thing that Vijay Shankar does, na?
Long hands.
No. That of course, no.
That all-
3D,
he's
3D,
the
whatever.
law.
Long hands, 3D. No.
down.
One other thing.
He's
Tell
not a
us, please
Tamilian.
tell us.
Yeah, Tam Ram, come
He's
on.
not a Tamilian.
Not
Tam
just
Ram.
yeah, specifically Tam Ram.
Ram.
Tam Ram unity.
That's
huh?
the reason why he doesn't like MS Dhoni also.
Why? That's not the reason.
अब बनेंगे
There's some other reason.
He played badly. Simple.
No.
Plus, he has said many
Because they
times.
were
And plus, after that 2022 speech that he gave, I can't sympathize with MS Dhoni that much.
What speech?
In the Pune game, Jadeja.
Acha.
We threw him under the
Spoon
bus.
feeding. It can demotivate anybody.
But they also could have left Jadeja out of that squad. But they.
No, he got injured.
No, I'm saying in the auctions, I'm telling you.
No, but then
They would have released him.
pre-season, Dhoni and Jadeja had a long talk. So apparently they sorted out all the differences. So
When?
before the season began.
How do you know?
It was reported.
He knows it.
So,
Where?
so
That's why I'm
Reportedly.
saying never
Lot of
trust.
players.
I remember,
Today, do you know what has happened?
Huh?
na? That like
Ashwin.
never trust reportedly because of the
Oh,
report
yeah,
that
Simon
was
Dole.
oh yes.
filed, and that actually is not true.
True at all.
What is the report?
No, so there was a report trending that a lot of Indian websites have put about Simon Dole
Oh, okay,
saying
yeah.
that about Pakistan.
Pakistan's like a jail.
But then because it was such a strong quote
Yeah.
of what he said, I was like, firstly, it just felt like nobody would ever say it, even if you
The
went through it.
language.
The language. Then I went to look for the source of it because if it came through a Pakistani channel, that channel only didn't have any reportage on that.
They'd
So I was
taken
like,
it down. They'd taken it down.
it could not be. No, I'm just talking about the Pakistani network that was attributed to, that he said it on their
Is that the
platform.
same website that reported this that we often talk about that never trust that website? It's an Indian website.
No.
No,
There are about
no.
15 Indian websites that reported.
Must have initiated from somewhere, no?
No, I don't know where. That I actually don't know because by the time I checked, it was there everywhere.
Everywhere,
But
yeah.
it just happens that one does, second copies, third. But then the actual source didn't have it. The Pakistani network. So on that front, don't believe in any sort of reportage.
Yeah, and on GNT we have a show where we run in a segment by the name of Fact Check. So any such rumors, we'd put it in that segment and then clear the air,
Trash the fake news.
trash the fake news. Yeah, I mean the source. If there
Don't
is
carry
any,
this one.
we'd reveal that.
Just leave this one.
Alright.
Leave this one out.
It's nothing.
Get us to the 11. So no surprises there, as I said, for Gujarat. Hardik Pandya comes in. You expect, I think, because they're bowling now, it will be a batsman who will be the impact sub, and it should be Vijay Shankar. I think all of us agree.
Yes.
He should come in and maybe a Mohit Sharma or a Shami, or I think Mohit Sharma most likely. Shami you might still need with the bat tonkate at the end.
Mohit Sharma mostly. Yeah.
He goes out. One of them.
Or Alzari.
But hasn't Alzari come back? Was Alzari there?
No, Alzari was playing last time.
Did he play last? He did.
I think he bowled well.
Very
He
well.
did. Got Venkatesh Iyer. That started the collapse.
I'm just going now to the Punjab team. And the Punjab team changes that they've made is, I'm surprised. They've still gone with Matthew Short. So
Exactly.
no
What I was
space
about to
for...
But Bhanuka's back.
Was Liam?
By the way,
was
no
Liam
Livingston also.
That's what I'm saying. No Livingston. Huh?
They could have kept Matthew Short out and put in.
I'm
I
very
think the
confused
only
that
issue with
lineup.
Livingston is that he hasn't played too much of cricket in the last 4 odd months.
Yes.
So would you? And if you for me, if you actually want to have a Livingston in your team, you have to try him out right now because these are still early stages of
Exactly.
the tournament.
And
he can still get back into the form even if he hasn't played. He can just take time to get into the groove. Thereafter, if you are not satisfied with his form, you can just replace him with. You already have an option.
Because
in Matthew
Livingston, after he got injured in that Rawalpindi test, hasn't played any kind of competitive cricket whatsoever. He had one summer outing with the Lancashire team in Dubai. That is about it.
Yeah, and Punjab Kings, I don't think they have anything to lose with Matthew Short because he hasn't been performing as well either. So why not try out Livingston?
This was actually the perfect time if you had to try Livingston.
Yeah, I agree.
And the intimidation. The biggest factor is intimidation. See, MS Dhoni is past his prime. We all know.
Yes.
Despite that, what happened yesterday?
That Sandeep Sharma was nervous because there was MS Dhoni.
Because MS Dhoni
And
was
how he kept his cool.
No, but that's later. First two balls, you will see he bowled wides.
He was
Yeah,
nervous.
that-
Because he was
after
MS
that,
Dhoni.
you know,
At that
he
time-
got
that
it.
time I-
He
Yeah.
got his composure back.
Yeah.
But
He had 2-3 backup plans because Sandeep Sharma, after the match, he said, okay, now over the wicket, it's not working. So I switched to round the wicket. He changed the angle and that reaped success for him. So he had a backup plan, unlike Yash Dayal, who didn't have a backup plan whatsoever. So that is
you
the
have
thing.
to give it to him for having that backup plan. I mean, towards the end of the
Yeah.
game, who remembers such things? You're so
Because-
exhausted by the end.
Because now bowlers are much more smarter in bowling to MS Dhoni.
I think each player should be like
I
that.
think if you guys remember towards the end of his career, you would remember MS Dhoni bowlers what they used to try against MS Dhoni, wide Yorkers.
Yeah.
Wide
Yeah.
Yorkers.
Yeah.
And also,
And he remembered
also
that.
At
on
the
his
body.
body, on
At
his
the
body,
body, at the
short,
shots.
yeah, quick on his body. Yeah, they went for it. Though then sometime he would employ the pull shot. Though it's not. I mean, with time that reflexes had gone, so he couldn't really pull it off. But yeah, the body ball also.
Yeah. So whatever we may say, you actually, teams, players, they also play against the reputation of a player also.
Correct.
So Livingston, whatever said and done, he has that intimidation factor.
Right.
When you're bowling to somebody like Livingston, you know what he's capable of doing. So I thought, and then by the way, not just batting, huh?
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Leggy.
In fact, that's what's even weirder is that they are persisting with Matthew Short. They brought back Bhanuka. They don't really have a bowling option in terms of their all foreign players. They could have stuck with
Shah Rukh Khan. Look at Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Belly.
I mean, they could
You
have.
benched your best bowler.
She's saying could have benched him.
Yeah,
actually.
and brought in Livingston.
Yeah, or Livingston, or you could have stuck
No,
with
but
Sikandar.
haven't they got their 4 foreigners?
They do.
So with Shahrukh, it wouldn't have made a difference because
Exactly.
they've got Rajapakse, they've got Matthew Short, they've got
Sam.
Kagiso Rabada and Sam Curran.
So
that
So the
leaves
4
us
foreigners were done.
They have dropped their best bowler, Nathan Ellis.
Yeah.
Ellis isn't there for Rabada.
But then for Rabada,
You have to make a choice.
Sometime you had to do
you
it.
were not dropping 16 crore, man. Sorry, 18 crore, man.
Sam
Sam.
Curran.
We're not dropping Sam.
Though he's not been great. He's not been.
Yeah, he's not been great. Price tag.
Price tag, and also he can
Balance.
bowl, he can bat also.
Exactly, all rounder.
Exactly, it's an all round.
So just saying, so they've not got Livingston, which is a shocker for all of us. I thought because he's available. By the way, he came in I think 3 days ago. So there's enough time also for him to have gotten accustomed to the condition. Everything should have come in. They haven't. Good news is Rajapaksa returns after that injury. I think he had an injury on his hand, missed the last game. So he's come.
He was captain. He was the one who hit that shot, straight in on the
That's his fault. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, he's come. But again, Nathan Ellis going out, Kagiso Rabada coming in is also a bit of a
If I have
shocker.
to look at the Livingston example also, Rabada has not been in good form in white ball cricket for the past 2-3 months.
Longer, maybe. I don't recall them having that much of an impact even in the World Cup, really.
Yes.
But was Nokia? Nokia was in better form
Nokia
coming
was in
in.
much better form.
Yeah, coming in because he's been outstanding.
For Delhi, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought Rabada would be. But if I'm captain, I don't have too much of issue with Rabada because if I'm the captain, I've got Rabada on my bench. I'm also looking at a chance to bring him in.
True.
Yeah.
Which is fair, but not playing Livingston is a bit of a surprise.
You are in Punjab.
Yeah,
You are in Punjab.
anything can.
Yeah. Although
Anything.
this time I have high hopes from
They have
Punjab.
a strong, what do you call it? Strong team on paper.
Yeah, always. But
Crumpled paper.
I am backing this team to make it
Top
to the
four.
top 4.
Punjab.
I know people will be surprised, but
I am surprised.
I'm also surprised.
I know.
No,
But I
Vikrant
shouldn't be
also
saying
the
it,
other
I
day said that
back
he's rooting for
SRH
Punjab.
also.
Gito has always been rooting for Punjab.
50-50 strike rate.
No, he is forever Punjab. No?
Forever
But
Punjab.
the good thing about him is that whichever team is doing well, he is actually rooting for that.
As well. Okay.
No, I think before that he picked Mumbai and Punjab. All his favorite.
But you ask him today.
It'll all be different.
You ask him tomorrow. Again different. Thereafter.
No, I'm going to stick with my 4. They're doing well, but other than one team, SRH, which has really not come to the party. So who are their subs that they've got? So for batting, they're going to get a batsman.
No, I think they'll have to. If they
No, this is their batting 11, right? Sorry.
And
So they get a bowling.
10, if you look at it. See,
Batting
Rishabh
till-
Dhawan is at number 10. So
Oh yeah. Actually,
they're batting till 10.
other than Arshdeep,
Yeah. Arshdeep.
they've got.
Telling him, he gets confused. Starts calling him other things.
Because of him.
I'm not taking any blame for that.
Of course, you are not.
So batting till 10, you're right. On paper, to Punjab looks outstanding. Imagine that batting lineup.
But then these papers generally tend to crumple also sometimes.
For Punjab.
For Punjab especially. Also, they have the same problem as they had last year. One too many openers in the playing 11. What is the point? Last year you were trying to slot in Mayank at 3, didn't work. Matthew Short had a torrid game last time. If you're not playing him as an opener, don't play.
Again, it comes back to that. In franchise cricket, you cannot send players where they're not comfortable.
Exactly. And franchise owners will do it.
But in franchise cricket, you'll have to do it. I mean, because it is like a dream 11 that most of them make, dream team rather. So there you'll have to make adjustment. A lot of players will have to be pushed.
Ashwin, I hope.
Look at Ashwin. He always makes
I hope he is
adjustments.
comfortable with all these positions. Opening 1 down, 2 down.
But
Retired out.
you can't say anything. Yesterday he was
The game
What?
changer.
When?
man of the match.
No, he was the man of the match. He bowled very well, by the way.
Batted.
Come on.
As batting was.
He batted at what strike rate?
You know,
130.
No more.
no, this
No,
is
no,
exactly what, I don't endorse these kind of.
Yeah, you are Rajasthan Royals fan. You were not happy yesterday.
No, this is why I, at times, when something actually works for you, or you take a call and it works for you, and then you will stick to it, and then it will keep happening again and again and again. So I don't want that to happen. I don't want Ashwin to bat at number 3, number 2, number 1, number 4.
I agree.
Because if you have proper batsmen, I would want to get. I know it had a risk also that what if Hitmaier would have been dismissed early, then maybe you wouldn't have got that score of how many 175. So, but initially what happened? He was struggling. He was miserable against Jadeja.
Yeah.
Jadeja was bowling well against all the batters, but Ashwin was struggling. He wasn't even able to rotate strike, and there was somebody like Joss Butler at the other end. So it did affect the momentum, even if you take singles. So what even Dhoni said after the match got over, he criticized his batters. He said, I understand, because there were no demons on the wicket. Wicket wasn't slow. It wasn't that ball was turning too much.
viciously,
So at least you could have rotated the strike. Same is the case with Ashwin also. He was struggling to rotate strike at that time. So I don't endorse that.
Man of the match, yeah.
Rajasthan Royals.
But I agree with you, and I pointed out earlier, you cannot have, I think, again, Hetmaier
came much
below
lower
him.
than- much lower than-
You can't do that. That I agree.
Dhruv Jural, a youngster, you're asking him, now you're left with just 10 deliveries, go and
And
bat.
by the way, he's been outstanding. Why wouldn't you
Why wouldn't you
make
give him more
use of that form and send him higher up?
Let him get settled also.
But the breaking news was Riyan
Riyan
Parag
Parag
got
not
dropped.
playing.
So they've at least made a start. Give them credit. Gradually,
And
slowly and steadily.
yesterday, Ashwin was so uncomfortable against Jadeja that there was actually a very interesting milestone that could have happened. Jadeja yesterday equaled Ashwin as the second most number of wickets for CSK, 120, both of them. If he had to get Ashwin out, he would have gone past Ashwin on the list.
Moeen Ali would have taken that catch.
Yes.
I think that's what it does, because in franchise cricket, it gives you these changes give you the opportunity to be more versatile, but it also has the risk of permanently damaging someone's career.
Yeah,
Vibes.
and reputation.
And
Yeah.
reputation. Hey, basically
As it
changes
has
and vibes.
amongst us, at least. Some people's reputations have been damaged. No, but I'm guessing we're also an extension of the fans, right? So if we feel certain things, I'm sure they're fans.
Absolutely.
And some of us are like, so Rahul's also a fan of Rajasthan in that sense. So he's also speaking like a fan. Like Shane is of KKR, Siddharth is of CSK, she's of Gujarat. About
You're a Gujarat fan?
support any team?
She won't reveal it here.
Punjab.
Why? Actually, support.
You're the
Because
captain
they
of that
don't- they
team
never
is
do
your
well.
padosi.
Can you guess?
RCB.
Oh,
Kithe,
RCB.
Where? Gurgaon?
I'm saying she should support. She's saying why
Is-
should I support Punjab? Your
How
padosi-
could that be a reason to support somebody?
You have a padosi, the captain of
It's
Punjab.
all right. I still like
He's your
Gujarat.
He likes Gujarat.
I
She likes
don't
Gujarat.
Like, but I just generally support Titans more than
That's
any
it.
other team.
That's the beauty of
It comes
IPL.
from the heart. It's like that.
So
Naturally.
yeah.
I'll be pretty impressed.
Yeah,
Huh?
like
defend him.
Gargi is from Nagpur/Delhi, but she likes Bangalore.
Sad.
Brave.
We
But-
have a Bangalore.
At last.
Yes.
No, you have Dheeraj there.
This is what we were. Huh?
Oh, we have Dheeraj there
So
also.
he has just joined. It's been
And he's been dragged.
no good. And actually, I was surprised that we didn't have anybody in this entire
Team.
setup.
Sports Today
that
setup, yeah.
Nobody was a fan of RCB. Finally, we have one.
And it's not like I have this perception ki RCB is the best team in the world. No.
No, you don't have to.
Just generally comes from the
It's
heart,
like
right?
it's like Harshit here. He's
With
a
the
fan
Delhi
of Delhi
Capitals.
and he knows it. Not to do anything.
See, from the jersey,
That's
it's only
what
come
it
to the cap.
Next it will be Sipper. Next it will be
He
Sipper.
knows not want to win, but he's a fan. He's like, I'm from Delhi. I will support.
Born and brought up in Delhi, I'll support Delhi. Because I don't like anybody. मुझे फर्क नहीं
And I
पड़ता.
also like KKR because of Shah Rukh Khan.
KKR, we have enough support. There's Saransh, there is Shane.
Sajak
Luck-
from the other side.
Lucknow, we have Shivam.
Shivam.
Okay.
Also Jay.
Jay, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Nikhil sir.
No, there's no Mumbai Indians
Fan,
supporter
but I can
here.
back Lucknow. I like it.
There's no Mumbai.
There's no Mumbai Indians supporter here.
Mumbai Indians fans are so passionate.
I'm caught up. I'm confused.
Why?
It's my place of birth, Mumbai, but
You're talking like Harshit now.
no, but I don't support him.
Usko he's accusing that he's just because he's born and brought up in Delhi, he's supporting Delhi. Now you're saying because place of birth is Mumbai.
But I never
But
supported.
he's not supporting.
No, he said I'm confused.
Confused.
Between. He
Am
said
I?
Mumbai.
If it's Mumbai, Delhi, I get confused. I go by instinct. Mumbai birthplace, Delhi workplace.
Mehraj Rule is saying because you're from Nagpur, you must be fan of the Orange Army.
Go.
No connection whatsoever.
Oh, Orange Army. He got. He went to
For me.
He went to Nagpur. No, but
Haan.
the color orange, na?
Yeah, I
Orange
understand.
Army.
He got us orange burfi.
Oh yeah.
So if you see, for example, if
Yeah.
your team gets knocked out early,
I didn't get to eat
You
it,
should
so
have.
it's all
Same
right.
here.
Neither did I.
It was polished off within
I didn't
minutes.
get. He didn't
Oh.
get. He didn't get. I didn't get to eat. I only
Get
heard.
it.
I heard from people that.
And
I got.
we
Where were
repeatedly
you?
told you from the studio
don't know,
to
I
bring
didn't
it for us, but you did not give
ऐसा
it to
हो
us.
ही नहीं सकता.
अच्छा.
And see this man sitting right in front of us, Saransh.
इसी ने खाई
ये
है सारी
आता है, मैं
सारा.
इसको पकड़ाता हूँ.
कि दे दो सबको.
हाँ, and then remember the chocolates? We
That I got. That I ate.
And he distributed it to his desk friends.
क्यों नहीं खाई?
सबको बांट दी ना, सबको खाली खाली
तो हैप्पी बर्थडे था आपका.
एक आपने बोला ना,
Whenever Rahul gets something, I never get it.
You are
तो
never.
नहीं मिली ना.
We missed a few other super
मुझे
chats.
कुछ नहीं
हाँ ले
मिलता.
लो यार. Orange Army.
एक था
ले
ऊपर.
लिया. You took this chat.
No, Orange Army we have done. But she's partly from Delhi. Half
I was born in Delhi and I've
moved to Nagpur, now
Spent-
back to Delhi.
no. Spent half of my childhood in Delhi, Nagpur, like this.
Ah,
Are
okay.
you planning to?
So are you confused about supporting Delhi Capitals then?
No, not at all.
Trust me,
If
no,
I
not
had
even
to-
Delhi had
That's what
support
I'm saying.
Delhi.
Yeah, why? In fact, when we got, that's what I was saying
Yeah,
yesterday.
their owners are not permanent. How can their fans be permanent?
If I had to pick anyone after RCB, I would say RR.
ये हुई ना बात. See, you always like that underdog story with Rajasthan Royals.
Acha, final. Mehraj Rules again from Canada. He says, with a heavy heart, I have to say Punjab will win
Why
today.
heavy out?
Maybe he doesn't want them to win. He
Ah.
wants supporting Gujarat.
Don't need to put weight.
Match
on
is
your-
starting. Let's have quick predictions. Starting with the two ladies. Let's start with Aditi. Who are you going with today?
पड़ोसी.
Gujarat.
Go Yash.
Of course, she's going
Gujarat
to
fan. Gargi. And pick a score prediction also.
Okay, score I think will go 185
Okay.
and Gujarat win.
Shane.
I say they get about 198 and Gujarat win.
Oh.
I'm going with over 200. 212.
Yeah, I was also thinking in
Yeah,
that.
Mohali,
and,
no?
and who wins?
Punjab.
Oh, yeah. He's supporting.
180, Gujarat are winning.
I'm going 190 as 195. But Gujarat winning.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
the
5
only
Gujarat.
person who's saying Punjab is me.
Is you.
You people have lost.
Punjab.
You are a Punjabi. You should actually support Nikhil, and you both of you
No,
should.
I'm a
actually
Punjabi
support
too, but-
Punjab.
So what?
See how many Punjabis. There are so many
दिल को
Punjabis
जो
watching
पसंद
you.
है वही पसंद है.
You don't like Punjabis?
I love Punjabis.
And Shikhar Dhawan is.
She has no option but to like being a Punjabi. Married a Punjabi.
You know, at times.
So has to like.
So he,
It has
he
nothing
maybe
to do
she's
with that.
saying there's already too much of Punjab around.
Chalo, let's try something else this time.
And maybe you know what has happened is because last year she was here on Sports Today throughout the IPL. Nikhil might differ, but
4 days.
and she saw that journey, Gujarat Titans, and they eventually
Yeah.
won.
Exactly, that's
Maybe
where it comes
that
from,
could
the
be
liking,
reason.
yeah.
No, also comes from Hardik Pandya.
Oh, Punjab gaya
Hardik
Simran
Pandya fan.
out.
again for a duck.
Shami, my man.
Silver.
Shami has been outstanding, huh?
Silver duck, yeah.
Silver duck.
Now you're going to miss Livingston for sure.
Yeah, even I think so.
Up to yes.
Plus, you're not picked your best bowler.
Because I think Matthew is going to fall short.
Okay, taking a few of our subscribers as well. Dex has gone 199 Punjab, but GT chase it down. He's picked Miller to get 80 out of 40. Akash Bhardwaj says 180, but GT winning. Neela Kandan says 197, but Punjab win with 197. Varun Parvatani has gone with 178, but GT winning.
Vaishnav is saying
By
it.
the way, Miller's 1 century.
Vaishnav Singh.
here.
Sorry, yeah.
Miller's 1 century in IPL is here, Mohali.
Was that when he was playing for Punjab?
Yes, against RCB.
GGK has gone 130 only for Punjab and GT winning.
130.
Only
He has even less
Punjab
growth in
can
their
do
batting
this.
than me.
Only Punjab can do this. What he's
Varun
saying.
Parvataneni 172 GT winning.
36.
MSDN
Silly point.
36.
All out.
Yeah.
See, silly point, huh?
Gaurav Chaudhary says love you all, love you back, yaar. How much do you rate Dhawan's captaincy out of 10? Actually, he's impressed me as captain.
Yeah.
8
Very
out of
calm,
10.
composed, always, getting his decisions right, and also leading from the front with the bat.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yes, setting an example.
Yeah.
And we've seen innings like the one that Dhawan played the last game.
Last game, SRH.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of players do or play innings very similar to what he played, but see how he managed thereafter. He was, I think, played. He was on 50 of 47
Yeah,
deliveries.
run a ball.
Yeah. Thereafter, what he did, played a soul or a lone warrior for that
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, took them to a fighting
And
total.
one of the reasons why I actually like this team, why I want this team to do well, is Dhawan. Maybe that I want Shikhar Dhawan to
Good
do
guy.
well. Exactly.
Good guy. And you know what really impressed me is the interview that he did with our network only, in which when he was asked, and I've seen so many players talk about when they've not been selected and younger players are going.
Absolutely.
He says in that interviews, no problem, if I'm not selected. He said, but youngsters are being got. He said, okay, that's
Yes.
okay.
And he said,
Youngsters should
I
get a
knew
chance.
Gil had scored 100.
Yes.
He will replace me.
And he should. He
Yes,
said he shouldn't be out.
exactly.
He should play.
He said something like, ki if I was a selector, I would pick him too.
Pick Gill
Yes.
ahead of myself. Amazing. Yeah.
आज के टाइम में देखते
Tell me one person who would say
Nobody. I agree with you.
Absolutely no one.
And because the egos
Another
of
reason. I'm trying to.
Chalo, theek hai.
We
convert
all
you
love-
to a Punjab
I'm going
fan.
to watch the match today and then decide
See,
whether they're likable enough.
no, I'm saying like this team only and only for
Shikhar,
Shikhar
okay.
Dhawan. You're
Shekhar
pronouncing-
Diwan.
For Shekhar Diwan.
Shikhar, I may
Shikhar.
start liking this team only and only for you because Rahul is saying this.
And
Oh, yeah.
he's a very good guy.
Okay,
When
Shikhar
you will,
is a very good
you'll
guy.
you'll meet him. अभी तो वो खेल रहा है, open कर रहा है. He may not be able to.
I'll meet him. When will I meet him?
अरे he's your पड़ोसी. When you will
Actually,
meet
you
him.
will make me meet him then.
Phase one.
ठीक है, ठीक है.
He's not phase one. He stays in Magnolias.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Closer still.
हाँ हाँ.
Like,
She'll go.
He is phase one. ये Magnolia and all. This is all.
like 5 minutes from my house. Yeah.
हाँ, but you phase one is the place to
Yeah.
be, na, in Gurgaon.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I wanted to answer some Donald Trump. No, I'm not on notice period. Why would you be writing that repeatedly?
What?
And I'm not on. Because I think this guy thinks that because Gargi is here, so probably I am on notice period.
No. I think it was because No.
Right.
I think we were talking about.
Some guy called Donald Trump.
She can put people on notice.
No, because remember
Yeah,
that
exactly.
show where she was saying I went there for a few days. I didn't like. You must have heard that.
Where did I go?
Previous
People
show.
listen to you
Previous show.
very
Hearing.
carefully. So
Very carefully.
Selective hearing.
everything you say.
Remember you were saying you went to a place. I went there 2 days and I said I'm not feeling well.
Oh,
and
that
all.
was like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
But people remember.
they wouldn't have heard that. Now we came live at the time where people didn't hear 10 years
Oh,
ago.
yeah,
Must have
maybe.
heard just a bit better.
Alright. So I'm not a notice.
Correct. So that's why he must be asking. By the way, good point. Why is Mavi not playing?
They went big for him and
Yeah.
just not played.
6 crores?
6 crores.
Yeah.
6 reasons.
He is himself.
समझ में आएगा ही नहीं.
He won't get a chance.
Not a bad death bowler, huh?
Yeah.
No. I disagree. I watched him play first hand. He was a terrible death bowler.
No, he is still better than a lot of other bowlers. I might still go with him if I don't have choices. I might just go with him as a death bowler.
Yeah.
Obviously, with his experience, he will only improve.
I was
He's not
waiting
that-
for that for 6 years.
Ball, yeah.
No, I think he got better.
He did, of course.
The
He
last
did get
few
better.
years,
But
yeah.
his problem was, I think, more often than not, that never looking
Looking
very
up.
bowling. No,
But
never
it's-
looked very bold.
Yeah, looking up. I know in the deliveries, right, he's not looking. But I think sometimes bowlers get used to. For example, if you see Suyash Sharma,
Exactly the same thing.
doesn't look, but then he pitches the ball right. So eventually, it is if you're pitching it in the right length, which he's managing, it's okay if you're not looking. Unconventional, but
Works.
yeah.
Dhawan learned captaincy on the job and Indian team threw him out. That's Udit Chandani. Shikhar
Yes.
Dhawan learned captaincy on the job, and I think he's led Delhi also. in
He's
the
led
past.
He
India
let
also.
SRH.
No, he's saying that Shikhar Dhawan learned captaincy on the job. I think he's talking about the Indian team only.
Yeah.
That
ODI series and all used to be
before that,
captaining.
Sri Lanka, that was the assignment. In Zimbabwe.
Yes.
nahi yaar, I don't want to say Unadkat. I can't connect.
Okay, chodo. Bye. Thank you for joining us. See you mid innings.
See you, man.
Vanakkam.